Royer here, bringing you your Madden 21 news, and with me is Greg.
Hey, fellas.
And so we're ready to reveal this pick order, see if we can't get everybody logged in and check this out. I know I'm excited,
Oh, I'm excited too. I've been excited for this for since we started talking about it about 3 weeks ago.
right? I'm a little bummed neither Mikey or Penn could make it in, but it seems like they're both pretty busy this week. But wanted to get it going so we could actually start drafting teams next week. And I would like to do that uh, through a podcast next week. Greg, you and I talked about this a little bit. I think we want to get it dialed in and pretty much just treat it like a rookie draft
Yep.
where we establish a time and everybody just needs to be on Discord and we'll just tick through, pick 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 32, and while it's going on we can update the divisions list and let people kind of see in real time where everybody's getting selected, who's going to be in that division, so when they make their choices, um, they can decide if they want to avoid somebody's specific division. And I think that was actually your idea, and I think that would be amazing.
I don't
What do
know
you think?
what Jabbar's going on with me right now. Does need to start a fuck me channel. What the hell? Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good idea. The other thing I threw in there is that it's just Discord. It's not that hard to be on your phone for 2 minutes when it's your pick. So, like, if somebody doesn't make it, I believe we came to the agreement that, if somebody keeps us waiting for 20, 30 minutes, we're going to surpass them, put them at the bottom of the list, and then just move on to the next pick. So,
Yeah. The only thing I would say is rather than putting them at the bottom, I would say we could just skip them, and the next person would then pick, and then that
when
person
they come in,
has that opportunity to then make their selection if they come in soon enough. And
right?
that's why I say, like, if we can establish a time, because I agree with you, there's no reason somebody can't have uh, access to their phone for a couple minutes to follow along. And if that means some people are working and don't have access to their phone at that specific moment, then at least we'll know, those people can send in a list. Be like, you know what, these are the teams I want, so pick the best one first, and we'll go from there. So I wouldn't foresee it being a real big problem, but that's why I want to kind of wanted to get this established so we could then set up a time for that works for most everybody. Because I think honestly we could get through that easily in an hour. I mean,
Oh, I agree.
and
Yeah, if
especially
everybody's
those
on
first
Discord,
yeah those first 10 picks are going to fly off the board. I think most everybody probably know exactly what they want to do.
right?
So it looks like there's about 7 people on the stream right now. I was hoping to get more people in, but looks like we'll just go ahead and get started. So drum roll please with there we go, pick 32. We got Chunk, who had one ball. So pick number one, or pick number 32, the last pick of the selection order, will be Chunk. So I'm
Mr.
sure he'll be
Irrelevant.
happy.
He was just talking in chat about how he had seniority too. I mean, he was just joking and everything, but
Yeah, of
still funny.
course. Yeah, I think I mean, he'll be fine with whatever team he gets, but I'm sure that's not going to make him real happy. So we will go to pick number 32, and with one ball, we have Big Tugboat at 32 or 31.
31. Yep.
And then at pick
Broncos
30, what's that?
Broncos said the link was sent, but it's not live. But everybody, I mean, other people can see it.
Yeah, other people are seeing it. Um, so at pick 30, we have Mike with 2 balls. So Mike has been in the league for a while, but didn't finish the season this year, and then has kind of taken seasons off here and there. So I'm sure Mike's not going to be real happy. If there's anybody that I think may drop from the list, it might be Mike at pick 30. What do you think, Greg?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a tude, so I believe. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't like his pick, which I wouldn't like 30 as well, I could
Right.
see him dropping. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably the most likely candidate.
So I would say, we have a few guys on the wait list. Um, I think we would have no problem filling that spot. So the first guy on the wait list will get that pick if Mike decides to drop. So let me go ahead and tag him real quick. Oh man, what is his name
They
in
said
this? Is
they
it
said he
Jack?
wasn't in here. Remember?
Oh, is he not? Maybe you're right. Okay, well anyway,
Jack Block Cock or some
yeah, that's
like
what it
that.
is. I thought he had joined. Let me check real quick. Yeah, I don't know that I see him on here. So
But
see,
he confirmed. He confirmed for
he
next
did.
year.
He confirmed. I spoke to him in our original Hard Knocks chat. So he is
Um,
in. He says. So anyway, pick number 29. We got. I know you see it. Who had one ball as well. So far, a lot of one balls down at the bottom. Not a huge surprise. And right behind him at pick number 28, we got Johnny Sins. And I guess before I go much farther, I would say so. The one thing that I had said earlier is the way that we're doing this lottery draft was everybody on the list starts with one ball, and then from there it goes from seniority, activity, and contribution. So obviously the guys that just joined, like Johnny Sins for this particular reboot season, you're only going to have one ball, even though he was super active, and I hope he continues to be so. Um, he doesn't get anything extra just because he joined so late. And so
right.
then, there's the people that have jumped in on live stream commentaries that I awarded extra balls to. People who have been in the league for multiple years got extra balls. Commissioners got extra balls because they're, doing the, what is it, the trade committee and then just generally helping maintain the status of the league, and then the podcast guys that jump in, and not just the regulars. Like we've had like Manny and Slick and
Coach.
Jabbar and well, no, Coach did do a
He,
commentary once, but the guys that just jump in occasionally on the podcast, that are just helping contribute and make things better, all got awarded additional balls. So we left off at pick 28. And so at 27, you've got Big Ben, which currently, I just looked him up.
I'm not sure who
Um,
that is. To be totally honest with you.
yes. Oh, man. I feel bad because I know he's in here and I just don't remember where. But I think, uh, dang, I don't know. Anybody know who Big Ben is? Let's see. Because I
Jabbar's
see Big
typing.
Tugboat in chat. Um, I feel like he might be. Dang, is it? No. Oh, it's the Jets. He's the Jets owner. That's who he is. So Big Ben coming in at pick number 27, and then just
He's the.
behind. What's that?
Slick said he's the quarterback for the Steelers. Big Ben.
uh, so just behind him at pick 26, we got Coach. Coach had two balls. He's lucky to get any just because he bailed on us and I let him back. So, he should be so lucky. That's what I'm saying. And then at pick 25, we got Freshly Baked Buns with two balls. And I do believe Fresh came in, and he's known by Booty Muncher in Discord as well. He was the Bengals owner this year. And then I think he was Saints in the original Hard Knocks. But
Yep,
correct me if I'm wrong, but was this his first year with us?
I believe so.
I think so. And then right behind him, let's see, we are, what are we at? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Eight.
8 picks in. So you're talking about a quarter of the league has been chosen. And
We have our
so,
first snub.
yeah, right here we're looking at, with three balls, Coach TBK gets picked 24, which that's kind of rough.
Yeah, a little bit of a snub there.
Yeah, a little
That's what
bit,
happens though. That's what a lottery is for.
right? And TBK, he's super consistent. He basically got all those balls just for how many years he's been in the league. He's been with us for a long time and is always playing. So without a doubt, that's a little bit of a snub at 24. Pick number 23, we got Mr. Bossman, one ball. He joined the league, the original Hard Knocks this year, so he's at 23. And then at pick 22, we got Jay Stopper, and he's one guy that came from another league that I was in. Wasn't able to finish this season, but still got one chance. And TBK is demanding a recount. He's not pleased. And then at pick 21, we got Joe Steck. And I feel kind of bad about Joe. I mean, I awarded him 2 balls. He's been with me probably just as long as Penalty has, and played every year and everything, but then did drop off this year. And, just I couldn't see giving him more when other players have, done other things to, deserve more. So
Right.
it was a little tough, but he'll be at pick 21. I think when we started this year, I think he was more like 30, 31. So technically he's up 10. So he can't be complaining too much. And so that's pick 21. And then we'll go to pick 20. And we got Supreme Sib with 3 balls at pick 20. And so now we have 19 picks left. And there are, let's see here real quick. We got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got like 9 with over 4 balls left in the top 19. So, like, you would think, one of the owners with like 5 or 6 balls would have a real good chance of coming up pretty quickly. And I guess because we're doing it in the reverse, it technically doesn't work that way, but so go ahead and jump to pick 19. We got Manny, one with 4 balls. At pick 19, we got Manny.
That's a big snub too.
It
4 at
is.
19. That's,
Yeah.
What can you do though? He's one of the best. Since Penn isn't in here, he's the best player in the league. So he'll make do with 19 just fine.
Yeah, I think he'll be just fine. And then right behind him, we got G Wisdom. He had 1 ball for this season. He just joined us. And behind him, we got Jern with pick 17. And then right behind him, we got pick 16, which is IJ313, which is currently the Steelers owner. And
Good pick because he only had 1 ball.
yeah, he did. And Steck's
That's over half the league again.
giving me the googly eyes on his pick. He's like, "What?" And then behind him at 15, we got Dar with 2 balls. 15's not bad for Dar.
Yeah, Dario got a pretty good team.
Right. And then behind him, we got pick number 14. We got A-Bomb. That's a good selection with 1 ball. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And then at pick 13, we've got Slick, another guy with 4 balls. And then right behind him, we got Ipman Danny at pick 12, another 4 balls. And Coach Willie at pick 11 with 1 ball, almost cracking the top 10.
He did it. He got about as good a pull as you can get.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Pick 11. And then pick 10 is myself with 6 balls. So that's kind of crazy at pick 10.
Yeah.
So right now we have Greg, Jewel, Rocky, JP, Jabbar, Frankie, Mikey, UGW, and Ilstein left. Like, that's kind of crazy. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's kind of wild.
Hey, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So
We even have a person with 1 ball left in there.
we do. Greg, you got 6, and Rocky, who's back in the league now, took the reboot off. but he's got 3. And let's see. So I think at this point we got what, 9 left, huh?
9 guys. Yep, 9 teams left.
Whew. This is kind of wild. So at pick 9, we've got Ilstein with 2 balls. So that's not a bad pick for him. He's 1 year in the league, started this year.
Yeah, whoever he's got's gonna be rolling, right?
Oh, that's
Lions
right.
rolling, Jags rolling,
Jack's rolling.
to the dumpster.
Yeah, right into the dumpster. So, like, at pick 9, like, who do you think he's going to wind up taking?
Pick 9. You got to go through the top few teams, but I think he could be like a Packers. I think he could take the a good team, not a great team, because I think the great teams will go early.
Yeah.
You got like Packers. The Vikings are pretty good. I think the Browns will be pretty good as well.
Oh,
The
yeah, the Browns are.
Texans.
I think the
I
Browns will
mean,
definitely go early. The Cardinals will go early.
it depends, because it depends on how well these top 10 know their players and their superstars and the abilities they have. Because if you've got a certain player with a certain ability that's a game changer,
Right.
you could take a middle of the pack team higher just because you know that player's a game changer and can help you win by himself.
Yeah. And then there's the ones that just like to rebuild their teams and know that they can
Correct.
trade away good pieces and really get high value for them. I'm usually not one of those players, so I guess I'm glad I'm only pick 10. So Ilstein at 9. At pick 8, we've got UWG with 2 balls. And then,
Another one.
yeah, another small number there. At pick 7, we got Coach Mikey with 5. He helped out a lot, did a lot for the podcast, and helped out his commish, so he was awarded several extra balls there. So Mikey and Ilstein did really well coming in this season and getting a top 10 pick. Like that's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's
I
huge.
mean, that's crazy good luck. And you're still in here. Like, what was your pick this year? Because we did random, right?
I think I came in at like
Because you took the Browns.
3 to 5, between three and
Yeah, I
five
think
or
you were
something
three
like
to
that.
five. Yeah.
I made it a point to not take like one of the top
Oh,
teams.
just like the third best team. That no big deal. The youngest, a bunch of studs.
I took a young team, yeah.
So Mikey at 7, and then right behind him, the man that won the draft is Frank B of the Chiefs with his one ball
Yes.
makes top 10 at pick
Con-
6.
Congratulations to Frank, because that is unheard of.
Yeah, I mean the upper 6 to 10 picks, like everybody had multiple balls. He's the only one that didn't and got pick 6 out of it, so not bad. Um, and then at pick 5, we've got Jabbar, who had 4 balls. Uh, Jabbar with a pretty good pick at
I
5.
I
That's
think he'll be happy with that. I think that's the highest pick he's had since he's been in the league,
I
and
think
that's
you're right.
5 years now, or 4 years, 4 or 5 years now. So I think Jabbar will be happy with that, definitely.
Yeah, and I think he's definitely earned it. I mean, besides his reliability, he's always in chat, and then this season he's really jumped in on some of the live stream commentaries. He's jumped in on podcasts, so he's done things to really help build the league and make it better. So would say pick number 5, deservedly so, to Jabbar. Right behind him we got JP, who had 4. He's been with us for looks like 7 years.
Johnny
Pick
getting a good team
Yeah,
is
that's pretty great.
that's scary. That's scary because he's really good. I've always been higher on him than almost everybody else. I've when we had our little around the horn segment, I put him in my top 5. I mean,
Yeah.
he's really good. I've always battled with him too. So yeah,
And so now here we
congratulations
are,
to Johnny.
picks 1, 2, and 3. Obviously, you haven't been selected. Rocky hasn't been selected, and Jewel hasn't been selected. Like, that's.
I can already feel the hate coming for me. Everybody
It
always
doesn't
says
matter
that.
where you get
I
selected
didn't.
here.
I didn't do the list, guys.
And
I
he
made a
actually
point of
didn't.
that in chat.
Yeah, he did not. I filled in all this stuff and then just hit the hit the submit, so there's no shenanigans here. So at pick 3, we've got Rocky with 3 balls. That'll make Rocky about the happiest he could be. I mean, ugh, at least I don't have to hear him complain. That's all I know.
Yeah, right. He'll complain about Mike.
And so you and Jewel picks one and 2. Like, this is so crazy. Jewel gets pick number 2. She had 6 balls. She's been a commish forever. And of course, that means you get pick number 1, which
And
is
I don't know.
it's so crazy. Like, just before I even hit submit, you're like, there's no, like, what did you say?
I said I've had a high pick the last like 4 or 5 years, and my luck has to run out eventually.
Oh,
And
that's
then
right.
like
That's what you said.
5 seconds later, you're like, you're not gonna believe this. You got number one. Well,
Oh,
shit.
jeez. So there's a list, guys. I will go ahead and post it in on Discord so everybody can kind of see what the list looks like. So, real quick, I wanted to tick through these and kind of get an idea as to what teams get selected. So, Greg, now that you have the 1 pick, I would say what do you see yourself taking, and I would say just exclude the option of trading out of the pick. Just like you know, make a
Sure.
selection. You don't have to make this your final pick, but like, what do you think you're going with?
Right. Well, as I was saying I was telling you earlier before we started streaming, the teams are fairly well balanced this year. I mean, 85 overall is the highest overall team, with the lowest overall being a 76. So there's only 9 overall rating difference between the best and the worst team. Uh, Saying that, I'm a huge Cowboys fan, so if I had to pick 3 teams to take, um, it would be between the Cowboys, the Ravens. Again, obviously Lamar Jackson is a beast.
Just so you could trade them away.
Yeah, I'd probably trade him away for a lot. Um, and maybe the Raiders. They've
The
got a good
Raiders.
offense. Yeah, they've got. I mean, their defense is trash, but I mean, I can't even blame me. Who's their quarterback? It's not.
Derek
It's not.
Carr.
It's not. Is it still going to be Carr? I thought they
It's
added one.
they added Mariota.
That's probably why I would take the Raiders right there. I'd probably get rid of Carr and I'd take Mariota.
So, knowing that Jules behind you, do you take the Cowboys away from her, or do you let her try to draft the
I don't.
Cowboys?
I don't know. I. Yeah, I know she'll take the Cowboys if I don't.
So, what does that mean for you? Like,
That's a
if you had to
guarantee.
choose right now, what would you do?
If I had to choose right exactly now, I'd probably take the Cowboys.
Oh, jeez,
And
you're savage.
it's not my fault.
Okay, and then so at that point, I think Jewel looks at it and she probably takes the Chiefs. That'd be my guess. Just because that
A lot of offense there, but no defense.
there's no
They're like
defense, but like that
seventh
team
best
is
rated team.
stacked as far as offense goes. I
So
don't
yeah,
know.
when I tell you this Madden rating, they're an 82 overall. What do you think? Super Bowl champions are an 82 overall, and they
Yeah,
haven't
that's
really lost any pieces, right?
right. That seems pretty low.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna say she takes the Chiefs, and then Rocky. Where do you think Rocky goes? Probably Lamar
He
Jackson, right?
probably.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
probably goes Ravens, and then Johnny is kind of the wild card. I don't know quite what Johnny would be looking for.
I'm not sure if he play. I
He
don't
doesn't.
think he ever picks the best team. You know, he doesn't
That's
look
what I
at
was
the
gonna
best team
say.
and be
He
like,
doesn't really
"Yo,
strike
let's
me
go
as
pick him."
he's kind of like me in that respect. He picks a team that he would like to play with, not necessarily the best available team. So if you had to choose, what would you put it on?
Man, maybe the Bears. I know he struggles on offense,
He'd
so
want.
he doesn't necessarily need a good offense. But the
Hmm.
Bears have a really highly rated defense this year in Madden 21, so I could see that.
Maybe the Bears. I could see it. Um,
The Bills are going to be a fun team to play with too. Young quarterback, they just got Diggs.
Hmm.
So that could also be a choice for him.
Yeah, I think Bills might make a little bit more sense. I think the Bears is probably going to slip pretty far down the list. So let's give him Bills. I like that better. Jabbar, who does Jabbar go with?
Passing, passing all day. Any team with good wide receivers and a quarterback, Jabbar likes to pass the ball. So
Mm,
Saints are the best team in the game.
are they?
Yeah,
So Saints. Okay, we'll go Saints with that one.
Saints or Chiefs. I mean, if the Chiefs haven't already been taken, you never
Yeah, I
know
mean
that.
we're assuming Jewel would take the Chiefs. Slick just said the Falcons, which I mean that's entirely true too. I mean they have some really nice pieces. Um, then you go to Frank B. So at that point, this is a player that I don't know a ton about. Um, I
Yeah, I
assume
don't know
he'll
much about
probably
him either.
take a good team. And so who were the top three? It was Chiefs, Saints, or was it even the Chiefs?
Chiefs aren't in there.
Yeah.
49ers, Saints, and
Oh,
Ravens.
yeah.
And then the
Hmm.
Buccaneers.
You think the 49ers for the you think 49ers at the sixth spot?
Possible.
I mean, I can't see him slipping much farther beyond that, right?
Yeah. I like I said, this year's Madden that's coming
Uh,
out is the most balanced I've ever seen teams. Like there's no huge rating differential on any of these teams.
so what I mean, I know Slick's on, so Slick, what do you think? 'Cause yeah, I think 49ers make sense.
The Buccaneers will go too. I know they've got a Stone Age quarterback, but
Yeah, I know that.
Gronk actually isn't that old.
Yeah, he's not,
Um,
and he's still highly rated too.
yeah, and he's got two good wide receivers. I mean, you just draft a running back the first year, work on the offensive line, and you're gonna have a really good team.
Yeah, so Slick thinks the Niners, and I think he's right. I think the Niners slipping any farther than that is probably not likely. And then it gets to Mikey, and I think Mikey talked about the Colts having a lot of cap space and being young. Plus, he's a Colts fan, so I could see him wanting to go there. But having that high of a pick, I don't know who else is up there that he. Oh, probably the Cardinals or the Browns,
The
uh,
Eagles are up there.
the Eagles.
I don't know how the Eagles have an 87 offense. They don't even have a wide receiver that any good.
Hmm. So it starts getting kind of
Dicey.
tough here. So we might just have to
Steelers.
let it go from here on out because I mean, and then you have the Chargers too, who are really good and young.
Don't have a
So
quarterback though.
yeah,
I
but
mean
they
they
have
do, but
Herbert. I mean, if you have a decent player behind there, not throwing 18 picks a game like Mikey likes to, you could probably build him up pretty fast because he's probably going to be a superstar star.
well, so we're talking about all these teams, and we haven't even mentioned the Texans yet, and the Texans are the 18th rated team. That's
Right.
bottom tier.
Yeah, but they really lost a lot in DeAndre Hopkins, and then J.J. Watt's getting older. Um, I mean, I don't even know what their defense looks like in their secondary or anything like that.
Yeah,
So I just feel like that really drug their overall down when they traded out Hopkins.
it's gonna be interesting because, like I said, no team is head and shoulders better than any other team. It's gonna be
And
crazy.
then like Jabbar is saying, I mean, whether or not what about the Seahawks? Are they gonna be a top 10 team?
Yeah, they're 80 overall, number 17 on the ratings list.
Right.
I know ratings don't mean everything,
And then you still
but
have the
typically that's what happens.
yeah. And you have the Vikings who should be pretty well rated. What are they?
80.
Oof, maybe not. But I mean, it's just about the age of the players and how much cap space and what superstars they have. So uh, I don't know where to. I'm gonna just give Mikey the Colts because I assume that's kind of what he's looking at. Uh, Man, and UGW probably goes Cards because that's still gonna be a really good team. But
Yep.
or yeah, I don't know. It's getting tough. Like, do you have any thoughts?
No. I mean, like I said, it's everything's very evenly rated. It's hard. I mean, it's going to be really hard to
Yeah, I mean,
try
the
and
ratings
predict who's going to pick
don't
what.
really matter that much in my view. Like the difference there doesn't matter. It's just about ages of players and you know who how many superstars they really have because I think that'll make a huge difference. Because like that was the one thing about the Bears this year with this roster is they didn't have any superstars on offense, and they only had Mack I think and Fuller. Those are the only two guys. Oh, and Roquan Smith. They had two superstars and an X factor, and a lot of these other teams are going to have. I don't know. I don't even know how many X factors are on some of these teams. And I think those are the ones. The ones that have the most will be the ones that go earliest. But we get to Ilstein after the Cardinals are gone, and that's where I don't know what he likes to run the ball. I know that.
He likes to throw picks.
Maybe you think he? I mean, he was. What about the Titans? You think he goes Derrick Henry? Isn't he one of the best running backs in this year's
Yeah,
game?
he's one of the better rated ones.
I mean, I could definitely see him going Titans. So it's tough to say. I mean, I don't think we'll go any farther than this. I mean, it's at me, so I'll stop there. At pick 11, I mean, I'd be hard pressed not to want to take the Chargers again with Joey Bosa back there. I mean, that'd be so good. But anyhow, that's the list, guys, and I will post it on our Discord chat. And like I said, some of these guys may or may not drop. We'll see. And if there's somebody on the wait list that wants to take their spot, they will. And like I said, we'll establish a draft day next week and just bang it out and get these teams selected. Danny wants to know where he landed. Let's see. Danny was what was he? Pick 12.
Danny got a good pick, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll end this segment of the lottery, and I figure since I mean, we're not really going very long at all at this point. Wanted to refocus back on this season, Week 10, and I just was curious how many people actually noticed that we went from sim mode to comp mode.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Like I said, but I've been passing the ball a lot more than I've been running the ball. So
Yeah. I feel like I haven't noticed a difference because I play in leagues that run on both, and I really don't notice that big of a difference between the two. Um, everybody says they play different or play better. I'm winning, so I mean, maybe there is something to that. Maybe
yeah,
that's the difference. I do feel like I noticed less random stuff happening in the games that I'm playing. Like I feel like a lot of the one-on-ones that people would normally get or the two-on-ones that they would get, they aren't getting. But outside of that, I don't. I mean, the game feels exactly the same, which
yeah.
for me is a personal gripe because how many years now have they had what arcade, sim mode, and comp mode?
That's got to be the last 4 or 5 years now.
I don't think it's that many. I think it's like three.
Three could be
Yeah,
4, somewhere in there.
I think it's like 2, 3, but regardless, like they haven't. I haven't seen a notable difference in the way those modes play. Like everything seems to be, well, people feel like comp is the best mode, but I don't see anything that says, yeah, that's definitely a better representation of the game. Or, players that are like, oh, I think sim mode's the more realistic thing. Like I don't see anything different. What do you think?
Yeah, I haven't noticed much, but in previous year's game, I did notice it a lot.
Did you?
Yeah, sim would keep worse players in games, and competitive mode would eliminate that big time.
See, I don't know. I don't feel like that's quite the case, but like I said, it just feels like everybody has their feeling on what it is, whether it's true or not. We don't know, but I would love to see them actually make a distinction between the two and make it noticeable.
Yeah,
But
I get on EA, tell them.
So, anyhow, that's my big question for the league is has anybody noticed? I guess I'll go ahead and post that one in chat. And so now, coming into week 11, we actually should be advancing here pretty soon. Um, One strange thing is I have not seen Jern post in a while, which is weird.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jordan in a while either.
But I think, what do you think? You think we'll be able to finish the season before the new game comes out?
I don't know. I mean, I will have my game deleted on the 20th. So if we're not finished in that's 2 weeks from today
Right.
on the spot. So I mean, if it's not finished by then, I guess no. I'm gonna go. At least I won't be finishing this season.
Right.
I understand that the game doesn't come out to the 25th, but as soon as that 10-hour access comes out, I'm not going back to playing the older version of the game. I'll just wait until the pre-order drops
Even if
out.
we don't start um, for like a week after release, because you'll just be at that point
I'd
once
be
you,
just mud. I'll go crazy
yeah,
on mud.
you'll just be playing mud. That makes sense. So we just really got to try to push through and get it done by the 25th. And I counted it out. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. I think weeks 15, 16, and 17, we'll probably just play the games that actually matter and sim the rest. That way we can just get into the next season.
That sounds good to me.
So, I guess, do you have any additional topic you want to bring up, or should we just cut
I
this thing
I don't
down
have
now?
anything. I'm just excited for 21, man. It's 2 weeks away. I'm ready.
I know it's about time, and I need to get this order posted. So I will say this is a good spot to cut it off. And thanks for joining, guys. And we'll check you out later.
See you later, gentlemen.